Hi, my name is Alexander Parsons. I prefer to go by Alex. I'm a freshman at Temple University who is majoring in business management. Hopefully, over time, I would like to narrow that down to a more specific business type education. Uh, I do very much enjoy sales by talking to people, getting to know them. I like getting to know what makes them tick and how I can use that to be able to make my way into the business world. I am a member of a professional sales organization where we learn skills such as the art of selling, how to conduct interviews, how to go about interviews. Although I'm still a new member, um, I'm also a part of the Ultimate Frisbee Club where we play Ultimate Frisbee against other schools. We partake in tournaments. We do team bonding exercises. We go on road trips, which are very fun to get to know people that way. I'm currently in the process of becoming a new member for the fraternity of Pi Lambda Phi. At Pi Lambda Phi, I've been learning a lot about myself as a person, and I've been developing new skills through team bonding exercises, leadership development skills. I also made a bunch of connections through the brothers, and a lot of them are also in Fox as well as I am, and they help me become more business educated to learn new ways, get a hold of new people, networking, and it's helped me grow as a person quite a lot. I love traveling. I love seeing the world in all its places. Recently, I went out west with my father we started in Las Vegas and we made our way up all the way to Oregon, where we stopped at all the national parks, and it's got a really good feel for the outdoors and what it's like. It's a very self-learning trip. I'd like to say that I'm a devoted person and that when I put my mind to something, I get it done and I always do it to the best of my ability. One of my most significant life accomplishments was during the second half of my high school career, about at the beginning of my junior year. At the beginning of my junior year, I was going through a tough time where my parents filed for a divorce. This took a big toll on me. It really hurt my grades and my social life, and it dug me into a hole. Uh, this was just as hard as it was on me as it was on my sister, who was older than me. And we were both going through this time, but she was at college, so she was doing it alone by herself, as was I. Over the time, I began to realize that I was in a pit and that I was going nowhere and it wasn't healthy for me. But over time, I was able to put down the shovel, stop digging the hole, and start clawing my way out of it. I started staying after school. I started getting extra study hours, started self-teaching my things that I had missed. I started socializing more, not just because I wanted to, because I knew it was healthy for me. I worked on myself. I was able to take time during a really hard time of my life and build myself up. And by the end of my junior year, I had brought my grades back up. My friends were less concerned about me being by myself. I had a complete turnaround and I felt like a brand new person. And I believe that now that I have going through that tough time, that since I was able to bring myself back out of that and pull myself up, that throughout life, now I'll be able to do almost anything. And I know that no matter what, I'll always be able to bring myself up and bring it back to help myself and just do what's right for me and focus on myself. And I'm very proud of myself for that. It was a tough time, and I look back on it now and I feel like I'm a totally different person than I was before that. More confident, more comfortable, and just able to do more. Some of the things that I've learned during class are ways to categorize people. I've learned that not everyone works the same and that some people are better at certain things and that they should be grouped that way, or they should at least be put into their jobs according so. I've learned that people are based off of skills such as leadership, work ethic, what best fits their skill and their personality. I've learned that there are many different types of leaders. There's leaders such as transactional leaders and informational leaders, and many more. I've also learned how important it is to implicate new business vocabulary into my day-to-day actions. I've learned that it's not just a matter of using it in class or in business settings, but if you also use it outside of class and outside of business settings, it just becomes a part of your regular day-to-day life, and it makes you a better person. It makes you sound smarter. More people will be interested in what you say. You'll just sound like you know what you're doing. Throughout this course, I've learned different words from class, and also by learning new words myself, such as sweatworking, which is combining networking and exercise or sports. Say you take a business partner out to a golf range and you go 18 holes. That's a great time to have a conversation. That's when you want to get things done. People somewhat have their guard down. 18 holes is a lot of holes, so you have a lot of time to talk. Also learned how important it is to work as a team, and that the different groups and types of people that work in teams, how there's some people that add nothing to the team and some people who can add everything to the team. Another thing that I learned is that it's important to keep up on current events through online articles or even journals, such as the Wall Street Journal, where yesterday I was actually reading about the Mueller report concerning Russia interfering with the Trump-Clinton election. And reading, I know it's a very important article because it does affect almost everyone in the USA and some people around the world. And it's not just affecting me, but everyone, as I said.